We'll start by bringing the left knee in towards the chest and taking a few circles in each direction, swirling the leg in the hip socket. And then moving into half happy baby pose. So taking hold of that left foot or behind the left thigh, drawing the knee down towards the armpit, keeping the right leg nice and straight. Try to keep the whole spine nice and flat, nice and heavy, connected to the earth. And then from here, cross the left ankle over the right knee and pull the legs in for a stretch. Nice stretch through the glutes and the outer hips. And if you haven't already, see if you can slow down your breathing. Try to breathe in and out, same length, same inhale length, same exhale length. Hamstring stretch, grabbing hold behind the foot or the thigh. Once again, trying to keep that right leg down so that the whole spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head is earthed. Feeling completely supported here by the earth today, throughout this practice. And then knees will come over to the right for an easy supine twist. Try to keep both shoulders heavy on the floor. And focus on that grounding exhale and the inhale, drawing fresh new prana, new energy in. And then we'll do all that on the other side. So anchor your body down by extending the left leg as you're swirling the right leg in its socket. Both directions, 4 or 5 circles each way. Don't be too forceful here with yourself, just be gentle. And then into half happy baby pose and under Balasana. So here, don't be too preoccupied with what your half happy baby looks like. We're just opening through the hips. We've all got different shape hip sockets. Some of us have shallower hip sockets, allowing for more mobility and more range of motion, and others have more deep set. Draw that in for a figure 4 stretch. Trying to engage with the breath, focusing on that to draw your attention inwards. And then hamstring stretch. So once again, it doesn't really matter how far your leg stretches back, we just want to feel some sensation in the back of the right thigh. And then into our supine twist, both shoulders heavy on the earth. Just allow the knees to come wherever they land. And then hug the knees in towards the chest, take a little rock side to side and roll yourself all the way into all fours and then into child's pose, Balasana. Try to rest the head on the mat, and if it doesn't rest there, that's okay. Just stack your hands up underneath it, underneath your forehead. And then reconnect with your Ujjayi breath if you know it, that gentle constriction in the back of your throat. Sliding onto the belly and coming into our extended cobra pose. So with this pose, just make sure that you are really engaging your deep abdominal muscles or your bandhas to keep that lower back safe. And then back into child's pose. resting the hips over the heels, releasing the lower back. On your next inhale, right foot steps to outside of right hand for lizard lunge. You can turn your foot to the 45-degree angle and come onto the outer blade of your right foot if it feels okay in your knees. You can either stay on your hands or make your way down onto your elbows. On the inhale, thread your heart forward, and as you exhale, sink down into the hips. Hands come back under the shoulders, and then take your right arm towards the sky for a twisted low lunge. Watch the left shoulder here, keep pressing the hand firmly into the earth, the left hand so that the shoulder moves away from the ear. And then you can reach around for your back foot to come into twisted thigh stretch. And there's an opportunity here to use the strap if you need it. Keep pulling that heel towards your glute. Little engagement in the left glute will help facilitate a deeper opening. Coming back into child's pose, moving through our floor flow into our extended cobra, and then back into child's pose. So this will replace the traditional vinyasa. Left foot steps forward to the outside of the left hand. Take the options as you are able to, but listen to your body. Elbow underneath the shoulders. Keep threading the breath in and lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, try to surrender into the stretch rather than force any type of release. Coming back up, take the left hand to the sky for your twisted low lunge. So important here to push the right hand into the earth so you're not dumping your weight into that right shoulder. Use your right rib and try and move it towards the left inner thigh with the obliques. Reach up for your twisted thigh stretch, using the strap if you require. This can be quite a strong sensation. Notice if you're holding your breath through this, and see if you can keep the breath flowing nice and even. Hands to floor, move through your child's pose into your extended cobra, and then back into child's pose. On your next inhale, bring the right knee towards the right wrist. Set yourself up for pigeon pose. All 5 toes rolling down on the mat beneath you. Sleeping pigeon, laying the body down across the thighs. If this doesn't work on your knees, if you're feeling like this is causing any pain in your knees, please roll onto your back and take that figure 4 stretch we did at the beginning of the class. Should be no pain in your knees during the hip openers. Lift the left arm up and then thread it underneath, laying the left ear to the floor. We'll add a little twist to our sleeping pigeon. And try to stay present in the class, even though it's quite a passive practice today. Stay connected with your breath. Mermaid Pose is next. So here you can either grab your foot or not. You can reach the elbow around your foot and you can take a bind. You do have a strap close by. You can use it to make your arms a little longer. Or you could just stay in Pigeon Pose without any bind at all. Make sure you're engaging your bandha, drawing the belly in and up. Uddiyana bandha. Hands back down to the earth. Move through your flow. Balasana. Into Bhujangasana. Back to Balasana, Child's Pose. And then we'll do that on the left, taking the left knee towards the left wrist into Pigeon Pose. Try to keep the hips square to the earth and come down with a long spine. Just let gravity do the work here. Try not to force. Just let the weight of your body drape over the legs, opening up through the hips. And then thread the right arm underneath the left, lay the ear to the earth. And a simple twist. Forcing yourself into these shapes is not going to help your body release any quicker. Just like forcing our way through things in life doesn't. It's good to work towards them. It's good to have those intentions. It's good to do the work, but don't force. Just allow. Your version of Mermaid Pose, it might be not grabbing the foot, it might be wrapping the elbow around the toe, or it might be the full expression of the pose. Remember, it doesn't make you a better yogi to get into the full expression of the pose. You just do what your body is requiring. We all have different bodies. They're all going to look different in the shapes anyway. And then move through your floor vinyasa, Child's Pose, and back bend, and then back into the forward fold of Child's Pose. Bring the right knee back towards the right wrist for Pigeon Pose, but this time spin all the way around and coming into our revolved Janusasana, side bending. You can use your left elbow against the left inner thigh for a little leverage. We're looking for a side bend rather than a forward fold here. And then taking our regular Janusasana, our forward bend. If you can't quite reach your foot or your leg, you can use your strap again. You want to think a length in your spine and nose towards toes rather than a curled spine. Inhale to rise. Take your foot with you into our seated hamstring stretch. Of course, you can hold on to the back of your leg. You don't have to hold the foot. Try to sit with a nice tall spine. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to ground. And then place that ankle over the knee for your double fire log, or you can bring that foot in front for a regular cross-leg position. And fold over the legs. This will get into those lower back muscles just above the glutes, as well as the side glutes, outer hip region. Inhale to rise. Seated twist, take the right arm up, right elbow hugs around the left knee, and then use your breath here to twist. Inhale to create some space, and as you exhale, moving into that space. Hugging that left knee in towards the midline will also create a release around the left outer hip. Then move through your vinyasa, your child's pose, extended cobra, bhujangasana, and then back to child's pose, balasana. And then other side, left knee to left wrist, moving through pigeon pose. Keep spinning the legs around into your side bending janu. Breathe in all the way up to the armpit, and as you exhale, all the way down to the left hip. Inhale to rise. Square your hips over the leg as you come into your forward fold. Surrendering into the stretch, no forcing, just relaxing over the leg. If you notice your breaths become still, just try to bring the flow of the breath back in. Seated hamstring stretch. As you inhale, keep lifting the sternum up towards the sky. As you exhale, perhaps pull it in a little closer. And then fold that top leg over the bottom leg into your double fire log. And then forward bow over the legs. Seated twist. You can use your right arm behind you for some support. Pulling that knee in towards the midline. Threading the breath through the twist of the body. And finding some ease in the posture, even though it can be a sticky one for the breath to flow in and out of. And then hands to floor, moving through that vinyasa, enjoying the forward folds and the back bends, creating mobility in your spine. Let's flow this much now. On your inhale, step the right foot to the right hand. As you exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, lift the arm, and as you exhale, twist the thigh stretch. Inhale to release. As you exhale, coming into your pigeon pose. Inhale to lift the spine. Exhale, forward fold, sleeping pigeon. Inhale, lift the left arm up and thread it underneath the right. As you exhale, lay your ear to the earth. Press into the right hand on the inhale and reach around for that back foot for your version of Mermaid Pose. Inhale, lift the arm, exhale, bind. Release on the inhale. As you exhale, turn the hips, coming into side bending Janu Sirsasana. Inhale, lift, square the hips, exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, seated hamstring stretch. As you exhale, place the leg over the bottom and bow forward, double fire log pose. As you inhale, take the right arm up to the sky. Set yourself up for your twist as you exhale. Inhale, unwind. Move through your floor-based flow. Child's pose on the exhale. Inhale, thread the heart through. As you exhale, forward fold into your child's pose. Inhale, left foot steps to outside of left hand. Exhale, lizard lunge. Left arm to sky, inhale. Exhale, reach around, twisted thigh stretch. Inhale, release. Exhale, pigeon pose. Inhale, length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right arm reaches up and threads underneath the left as you exhale, twisted pigeon. Press into the left hand, inhale, rise, exhale, mermaid pose. Inhale, full expression of the pose. And then as you exhale, side bending Janusasana. Inhale, square the hips to the front leg before you fold forward. Inhale, take the leg with you, seated hamstring stretch. Exhale, double thigh log or seated cross-legged. Inhale, take the left arm up, twist as you exhale. And then unwind on the inhale and then move through your child's pose, cobra pose. Exhale to child's pose. On your inhale, just come through all fours and lay yourself onto your back. We're coming into bridge pose, taking your heels nice and close to your hips, rolling yourself up, squeezing your glutes, and then perhaps rolling the shoulders underneath you and binding the arms. If that doesn't work, just have your arms by your side. Try to keep the knees centered over your middle toes, so don't allow them to fall in or roll out. Breathe and air out the front of the hips and then roll yourself down. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Roll yourself up into Upta Vista Konasana, wide leg forward fold. So just go to wherever your body takes you. Don't need to be concerned with how deep you go into this pose, as long as you're feeling the sensations, the stretching around the hip area, the inner thighs. And then we'll flow through this. So exhale to roll down, inhale, bridge pose. Exhale, roll down from your bridge. Inhale, roll yourself up. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, press yourself back up. Exhale, roll yourself back down. Curling the spine if you can. Bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Slowly roll down. One breath per movement if you can. Creating some freedom in the hips by flowing with the breath. Last round here. And then slowly roll yourself back down and find Shavasana. The final resting pose, the pose of surrender. Let go here. Try to relax the muscles, disengage from your thoughts. Let go of the breath control. And just take some well-earned rest. You can stay here for as long as you have time for. And I'll leave you here. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.